Welcome to Relationship Hour. We are live at Sylk's at 21300 Libby Road. Come and join the conversation. It's Fat Tuesday, y'all. It's time for some Mardi Gras, and it's looking
We ain't just talking about my weight.
it's looking mighty festive up in here. And I got some punchkis. Okay, look, we got to move because the queens, we can't be covering up the queens that are here today. Thank you everybody who came out to have some good grown folks conversation with us. And we had a little pregame in here, y'all. We had the Pink Kisses Adult Fun Toy Party, and it looked like it was some good stuff going on. Yes, and I don't think she coming up. She said she don't want to talk to us. She said she didn't talk too much.
We'll bring it out of her.
That caught you off guard.
They caught me off guard as soon as I walked through the door.
Listen.
I thought that's where we were supposed to be. I said, wait a minute, that wasn't the party.
It was some things.
That wasn't the podcast.
That's how we tricked you.
I thought y'all tricked me.
That wasn't part of the description.
Listen. So she's still here for just a little bit, and they have some toys up here. And come and get caught off guard like my guy Cliff over here. But I'm Kenya Brown, to make sure you follow me on social media at Kenya Brown Live. And we're going to get started with some good grown folks conversation, y'all. And we like to keep it all the way real.
All the way.
All the way, all the way. And my sisters right here, it don't get no realer than this.
What's
my girl Reese. What's up, girl?
Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. So good to be here with all my beautiful people. Y'all looking good tonight. And a lot of y'all gonna be feeling good tonight. I see y'all stopped over there at the
and the pink kisses.
The pink kiss.
They getting some
They
pink
catch you off guard
kisses.
table.
She even got her glasses. I don't know why she trying.
I was supposed to go over there.
I read it though.
You did.
But anyway, hey y'all, it's Reese. I'm in the building. Y'all know I'm with Love Yourself Productions and Stace and Reese with No Limits. That's why we're here representing our podcast, our movement, and it's always a blessing to be with the Miss Beautiful Kenya Brown.
Stunning.
She's always cute. You're so cute, girl.
Listen, y'all need to be out here with these cat suits, honey. I feel like I'm not doing it right. But Miss Stacy, what's up,
going
girl?
on, y'all? What's up? What's up? I just echo everything she says. Happy Tuesday. It's good to see everybody one more time. Thank y'all for having us always on Relationship Hour. Sam Sylk. I am Stace, or Miss Stacks, if you want to call me that. I have a talk show called Welcome to the BBW Show that comes on every Friday from 7 to 9, where I just host lifestyle things. Also, like she said, we are partners in vibe, not crime. We're partners in vibe. We have No Limits with Stace and Reese. We are a media hosting team. We have podcasts coming on. We got nonprofit organization things going on. It's just a lot coming in 2023.
Self-esteem boot camp coming
very
in
soon.
April.
And again, we always thank you, Kenya, for blessing us with your grace and beauty.
Kenya got me hungry over here. Sure.
Kenya do not play. She get on this, she get here, and she be ready to go.
I don't play when if I'm gonna be up in Sylk's, I'm about to eat some good food, y'all.
Okay,
so
the food is great.
Make sure y'all come on up and get some good food as well. And we have another guest panelist, entrepreneur. He said that call him entrepreneur. That sounds
that makes it
mysterious. That sounds mysterious.
That makes it easy.
Cliff Lewis, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. Thank you guys for the invitation. I appreciate it. I appreciate being here. Thank you.
We need to scoot down a little bit.
I need to who?
Scoot down a little bit.
Scoot down?
We starting out real.
Me and Cliff come.
Listen, we was trying to be.
Wait,
We was trying to be close and intimate.
I'm not
We was trying to
touching
be close and intimate. Now you trying to separate. You trying to separate the trio. I don't understand.
She's trying to get a relationship in this hour.
Look, how you get a relationship
Get in the
and be
middle.
separated? You said, put me in the middle. Let me finish this drink. Don't worry about it. Both of y'all be tied up somewhere. Anyway.
Happy Mardi Gras, y'all.
Don't be
Happy
hating on my
Tuesday.
girls spacing, okay?
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you again for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Space.
Absolutely. And, you know, we have a microphone set up over here. We always keep it 100%. Sometimes I learn some stuff. Yes. Sometimes you'll learn some stuff. But we all here trying to learn from each other. And you're off camera, so if you want to comment, you can comment without being on camera. But we are going to start it off. Now, first question, do damaged people really understand how damaged they are? That was a big no in the room. Big no. Y'all want to hit that?
You want to kick it off, Cliff?
Yeah. I think you were part of your experience, so you know exactly what you went through. The lack of accountability becomes on you to just assume that you ain't paying attention to what happened to you. So you choosing to say, well, no, I don't know if I'm damaged or not. You just kind of deflecting. You was there. You got hit by the car. The airbar hit you in the face. Your neck hurts. You can't tell me that you wasn't in an accident. You was there. You know exactly why you was there. You was drunk. You was somewhere you ain't supposed to be. You was leaving that man house or leaving that woman house at that time, moving a little too fast. You got to be accountable for your own actions.
So I'll say, so I didn't realize I was damaged until I experienced. I knew I had some things damaged me, but I thought I was healed from it, or I was much better and above it. That until I inflicted it back on somebody else unintentionally. And then what I loved about the person that we went through that with, or experience we had, is that he was very transparent with me, and he told me what he didn't bring it on me. Like he's saying, well, this is A, B, and C, and then I realized that was my A, B, and C, and I brought it back just not to hurt him or do it myself, but I did do it. So sometimes you will recognize. I can say this: I was damaged, and I knew I was damaged enough to heal and move on and be a better person, but I didn't realize some of the damage I caused, or I could cause someone else, until it was brought to my attention. So I think it's really important just to be transparent and talk about that type of stuff.
I got a question for you too when you get through that. I got a question about that. Your damage.
The question was, do damaged people really know how damaged they are? And so my answer to that is, it's an individual thing. Sometimes you can recognize it right away, but let's keep it 100. How many people get in a lot of bad relationships? And so the reason why you have so many bad relationships is because you're not learning from your lesson. And the reason why you're not learning from your lesson is sometimes you don't know you're the damaged person. So sometimes, yes, if you get hit by a car hard, trust me, Cliff, that was really good. It was a great answer. But some people get hit by the car and still, even though they ran out in the middle of the street and they at a green light and they ran out there and put themselves out there, they still blame the car for hitting them, right?
Lack of accountability is a trauma on yourself.
Right.
I don't got nothing to do with the other person. You chose to run out there.
That's true, but the question is, do damaged people? So it's both of them. Your answer is right. Your answer is right. But what I'm saying is, from a purpose coach perspective, I see this a lot, and I deal a lot more with women. They really don't even realize they're the problem, and it's because they haven't taken the time to heal. It's not your fault. Sometimes you don't know how. So some damaged people don't have a clue they damaged, and then sometimes they do, but they don't know how to heal from the damage. And that's why we need to talk more, have forums like this. I really applaud Sam Sylk and Kenya for having this type of forum, because people learn, we learn from each other. You need to go ahead and get help sometimes, but yes, sometimes damaged people don't know, sometimes they don't care. Narcissists.
Now, I have a follow-up question for that. Now, if you have damaged people in your life, are you keeping it real? Are you telling them?
Got to.
So you're saying,
I have to.
Hey, you're damaged.
Not because saying that is so broad, you couldn't even say it like that. I'm very intentional and very purposeful how I'm telling them that it's damaging, or that I don't try to judge anyone, but I try to bring it to a light of so you can understand what I'm saying. So yeah, I think that's grown-up conversation. You have to do that.
I think for me, I wouldn't tell someone that they're damaged. I would just tell them that they're interrupting my peace and you're damaging me.
Okay.
I wouldn't tell them that they're damaged. That's on them.
That's
you know what I'm saying? You take that damaged stuff that way, because the peace that I have right here, you disrupting that. So you gotta take that somewhere else. Shout out to Sam Sylk though on this Cajun pasta. This was
So anybody got
phenomenal.
spin
I only had like 2 bites. This is great.
Okay.
But actually what you're saying, Cliff, that's great. I'm glad you're saying that because some people don't. So you telling someone that is making them have to really look at themselves. So that's good because that's what I think in relationships where we just keep you. I know what you was trying to get at because a lot of times you don't tell people they damage. You just trying to fix them and trying to fix them without saying you need this or you think you can. So we need to be more transparent in relationships, and I think that comes with growth and at age and wisdom. Because right now you can bother my peace at all. I'm like, hey, wait,
Listen.
hold up.
With the quickness, right?
With real quick, you can.
So Reese, I got a question. I got a question on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that is a
I think
gender-based trait that we try to fix the other person? Because I don't necessarily
Yes.
think brothers be trying to fix other brothers.
No, brothers don't try to fix
But
up.
I
they
think we
should-
just
but they
kind of
should.
like.
They should though.
Even in friendships,
So
they
here,
should.
so I got a very close knit group of friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would tell you. Can I curse on here or no?
Yeah.
Oh, I would be like, yo, you fucking up. Straight up. Like, whatever it is that you're doing right now, you fucking up. Not only you fucking up right now, but it's gonna take you twice as long to fix it once it comes to a head. Right?
Right.
But that becomes on him to make the adjustments. I'm not necessarily trying to fix your problem, I'm just identifying it.
Right.
That's good.
Absolutely.
I just had a show
anybody have
Saturday, and Joey, shout out to Joey Zaza over there. I feel like you need to jump in this conversation because you said a lot about this on Saturday about mental health and men healing and things like that. We definitely, men need to have more conversations with each other and hold each other accountable. Y'all have any input out here in this?
Yeah, this is not a show, y'all. Y'all can chime
Right, this
in
is
on the
not
conversation.
audience.
You
Come
can.
on, I felt your energy
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
I want to hear what you got to
Get in the game,
say.
sis.
Come on,
Get in the
girlfriend.
game.
Okay, my thing is this. Why is it so hard for us, black people, all of our different hues and castes, to talk about mental illness? Why is it so hard?
Stigma.
That's what I
Because it
want
was,
to
so,
understand.
it was a
Stigma.
no-no. It was a no-no.
Yeah,
It's stigma.
I get that.
Not
but-
only that, but culturally we keep things in house. Culturally, don't tell anybody about your problems. And then not only those things, it's like, well, if you ignore it, it goes away, but it doesn't.
That's right. So I'm probably twice as old as you are.
No way.
Yeah. And
Can't
what
believe.
say
I
to
don't
you
believe
is
it. If the people could see this woman on the side, no, she looks like
That's
she's
kind
She's beautiful.
Thank
she's
you.
gorgeous, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I really respect what you're saying, but I've been hearing that for at least 30 years. When do we as a culture
I love that.
change it? I mean, it hurts me sometimes. It hurts me to my core because I think, where is us? Like, we used to be strong people, right? We take care of each other mentality. Where is that conversation at, and why are we so afraid to talk to each other? That's my question.
But see, you're saying where's our people, but it's our people where we got this from. I'm going to be very transparent about that because I'm very close to the lineage of my family and how they grew up. I mean, we have slave plantation, all that. We own plenty of land down south, and I've heard stories. I've heard my own grandmothers talk, my aunts talk about these things. I heard they went through a lot of damaging moments in their life because it was hushed. They can't say nothing. They can't talk to their husbands. They definitely can't talk to your husband or men in the family. You know, it was like kind of a hen's nest when they got a chance to speak to each other, but they still couldn't heal each other because nobody was helping heal them. So, but the strength of us enduring has always been there for us as a people. Unfortunately, and this is not to rebut what you said, because I believe now you know better, you do better. And still to this day, us knowing so much better, we're not working as hard as we could be. Not should be, but could be to correct some of these things that we can make right. But I do understand what you're saying.
So I'm feeling you, and what I think in the few minutes that you shared part of your story with us, you not only endured, but you overcame.
Yes.
And I would love to know more about how we can apply that across our culture.
I would love to
With
get
these type of forums. I think
It's
talk to
difficult.
people.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's difficult to put a remedy
Yeah.
it's difficult to put a remedy across the board to an entire culture because everyone here has a different experience. Everyone here doesn't necessarily have the lineage to go back to identify, you know, their people from slavery. I mean, you know, my people aren't even from the U.S. You know what I mean? My probably don't look long. So it's a whole different vibe when it comes to trying to identify what it means to remedy an issue when everyone has
So
different
true.
spaces. You know what I mean?
That's so
Y'all didn't even peep that I speak the different languages now. That's cool though.
Just to let y'all know, I'm throwing out bees who answer questions.
Anybody else? So
It's
before
Mardi
we move
Gras,
on
y'all.
to the, oh, here we go.
I don't want to oversimplify the discussion because it's a really, really good one and topic. But I believe that as a people, we are conditioned to fight and endure, not to heal and move forward. That's why we are so triggered to want to, if you look on social media, to see something and ready to fight, but nobody talks about a solution. Because the fight is what we are conditioned to do. We are conditioned to you know, and that underlies the not wanting to say stuff and all that, because we don't have that in us. Generally speaking, not everybody, but generally speaking, we don't have that in us to understand what healing is and all that, because from day one we had to fight, and then we learned how to endure and deal with that pain. It's like if we talk about anybody that's dealing with an abusive relationship, you ask them why, and they're like, well, that's what I've always
Man, that's
had.
good. I just had a conversation about that earlier.
You know, so you're looking at somebody and saying, how are you dealing with that? Because maybe every relationship was like, so they learn how to endure that type of thing. And I just think culturally speaking, you know, again, I don't want to oversimplify it, I'm not trying, but I just think that, and I see it, you see it every day, like I said, we are quick to want to jump on somebody and cancel somebody out and whatever else the case may be, but we have no idea what it takes to heal, and we never have, because like you said, you know, for generations going back, our grandfather's parents and their parents, they didn't talk about mental. You know, we laugh and joke even now. If you sick, you got Robitussin and ginger ale, and go to
Get
your
up and go to
road.
work.
We didn't deal with
It's
trauma.
called, I want y'all all to look this up. Seriously, because I feel like the ancestors want me to say this. It's called post-traumatic slave syndrome, and that's gonna clear it up. Read that, look that up later on tonight. It's deep, you'll understand it, because I know we probably need to move on.
Now, I just want to hit this as well. I just want to say that all of those things are right, and I do admire the strength of Black people. We have learned to persevere. We've learned to get past things that a lot of people would fold from. But there are a lot of people like Taraji P. Henson, Megan Thee Stallion, we see Justin Bieber, we see a lot of people that are reaching out with different things. This is all kind of new, talking about this mental health thing. Before, it was something that was kind of hush-hush, you know, you didn't talk about that and things like that. But you also have to think about the fact that in healthcare in general, we've had a lot of disparities as far as Black people are concerned. We have had a lot of disparities in our insurance and coverage and access to care like this, and we have a lot more Black therapists and things that are available now. So, you know, this is the time to kind of reach out and get some of that help.
So to kind of culminate your question, I think it's a progression. I think we are much further than when we were,
For sure.
and we have a long way to go. However, we are making progress towards each and every family that has a different hue that, you know, fulfills this Black type of culture, is moving forward.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the next question. And thank you so much, Kimberly Harris, for your comments. And Terrence Stewart on Facebook watching us right now.
Thank you, guys.
And all right, so do nice guys really finish last?
Yeah.
Oh, we got
this
some
question.
amens, some claps out here. Somebody want to talk on that? You want? Come on, because you look exhausted,
Yep.
honey. You look like you done been through some stuff. You feel like you done
I
nice
think
guy.
I think that's a
Stacey, go
ladies
ahead,
thing.
Stacey.
I do.
That's
I
a
do.
ladies thing. That's a ladies thing.
I say, I don't even know if it's finish last the right way to put it. I say finish first. I think nice guys are winning all the time, as long as they're honest.
Nah.
Wait, y'all not finishing first?
Yeah, let me ask you a
Excuse me,
question.
this wasn't a question to y'all. This
Stacey,
wasn't a debate.
Let me ask you a question.
Wait, I wasn't done.
The guy that you said that you hurt, was he a nice guy or was he a bad
Absolutely
guy?
he was.
Exactly. You hurt him. So how did he finish first?
Dang, why you use your words against you right quick?
Excuse me.
Okay,
I just
bring-
said
bring
you
the
said
noise.
he was a nice guy and you hurt him.
You can't take one moment of me being giving an example of what happened in a moment.
It was deep.
To take that whole situation of what we were and what it was.
Oh.
So it wasn't what you're implying it was. Let's put it like that. But for me to finish my answer.
Okay.
The reason why, and maybe everybody I think about this in a positive way. I guess a lot of you men, which maybe y'all should answer first. You guys are thinking in a negative way. And I think that if you are a nice guy and you are on your square, and you're not a habitual liar, and you're not conniving, conceiving, like if you're not that person, you really are what we call a nice guy, you're going to finish for yourself no matter what, first or last. That's why I really don't understand the last part. You're a nice guy, you win to me. But whether you and the person last or not, if you're a nice guy, that title cannot be taken from you. So maybe a man, and since I know you're going, no, I'm just saying. Once I want Cliff, once you're done, to explain to me what nice guys, what a nice guy finishing last
Cliff
is.
to say, because Cliff gonna be like, I don't care, I'm gonna finish when I want to finish.
No,
And
not
then-
at all. Not at all. I want to be able to hear all the perspectives so I can see where the holes are.
So see where the holes are.
Yes,
I
our
think-
beautiful guest.
Thank you. I think a self-professed nice guy, I think you got to be honest with yourself. Are you a nice guy? Are you above board? Are you not playing games? Are you not hiding babies and other girlfriends and other relationships? If you're that guy, absolutely you're going to finish first. You're going to finish first because we're looking for that. I've been married to a nice guy for a long time. I raised a nice guy. I think he's winning. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, man. Is he here?
Happy birthday.
Is he
No,
here?
he's in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Happy
But I
birthday.
think
Happy birthday
that
still.
nice
All my
guys
exes
will
in
win. I
Texas.
really do. I absolutely do.
So-
But you gotta present yourself truthfully and authentically as that nice guy, not as a player with a nice guy
Right,
veneer.
with a mask on.
Yes.
So I see where that question comes from. Great answer, and thank you. She just restored the faith. She's still married. They've been married for a long time.
Long.
Shout out to being married for a long time.
Long.
Shout out to being married a long time.
But
Let me see if
I'm
that post good.
gonna say this. The reason why I was just like, I understand the nice guy, because it could be nice guy or a girl. I think it should be the question should be nice person, and I consider myself that. And I see why people would say that, because yes, when you're so nice, I'm gonna tell you, my sister sitting out here, she get on me sometimes. She be like, "You just too nice. People just take advantage." You know. But this is what I will say: after being divorced after 27 years, because I was so gosh darn nice, right?
Amen.
But I don't regret. No bitter feelings, no nothing. That was great. It was a lesson learned. However, I finishing first. I'm winning. So I will say, at the end of the day, everything is a lesson. The nice person doesn't finish last. They finish at the right
First.
time.
Yes.
And don't change being nice, because so many people want me. Now, I did need to be a little bit more, I had to get a little more tougher, but I'm always going to be nice, and my blessings always flow. So what I will say is, you might have a little, nice people, you just gotta recognize the size, okay? And don't be taken advantage of. But let's keep it 100. We're gonna be transparent. Yes, there's gonna be some times where you feel like that. But all you nice people, you gonna win. Y'all gonna win. We winning.
Winning.
Nice guys finished last so much that you took it from nice guys to nice people.
That's a fact. That's a
How you
fact.
know us nice guys
I was waiting.
finished
I was waiting for my opportunity, man. You took that from me. I appreciate that, though.
You're right.
I appreciate that, though.
We're just nice guys trying to be nice out here. That's it.
That was good. That was good.
Being a nice guy, the disadvantage of potentially being a nice guy is people take advantage of you. People use love, sex, relationship, companionship as a tool, as a weapon to weaponize against you because you are too nice. That's man or woman. I gotta go deeper than that.
She my homegirl over here, honey.
So this is my perspective to see, you know. So
This ain't church.
nah, this ain't church. No, this ain't church. I was
Well,
just
we'll
making
talk
sure.
about it.
When you're a nice guy or when you're a nice girl, your expectations of yourself when you're approaching relationships is different. So as a nice guy, I'm not gonna say that I'm a nice guy because I'm kind of an asshole for real, but as a nice guy, you go out with someone with the expectation of building a relationship. So you do things to court someone to build a relationship. You do things that may be a little bit beyond your means in the initial phases in building that courtship that may be being taken advantage of. And that's just not just a man taking a woman out. That might be a woman cooking meals and, oh, I meal prep for you because I know you like to go to the gym. And, you know, these things that start happening during the course of the relationship. Meanwhile, that person that you may be allowing to, the person that you're courting doesn't feel the same way about you because their expectation is different. Their thought process when they started dating you was different. Maybe they're just trying to fuck. Maybe they're just trying to kick it, and you gave them a nice guy, so they like, well, shit, I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna just assume it. So once I assume it,
Nice
now
guy,
your feelings are potentially hurt. But to Reese's point, and I think she brought it home, and I think it's something that we need to kind of like knock on the table. You are going to be you, and the blessing that's going to come from you being you is going to be greater than the pain that you've endured.
Hey, well, not across me. Don't do
I
that.
hope
Don't
so.
put me behind from fast.
She like, don't be high
But
fiving
so
them.
since a man is up here, let me ask somebody.
She gonna get put in the headline.
But she's a nice guy. I want to know, really, honestly, is because I want somebody to explain the term to me, especially a man. Since when I said what I said, every man here almost fainted. Nice guys finish last. What does that mean to you? What is that perspective?
Well, I guess in the sense that, like how you said it, when you endure and you embrace your self-love, you're going to win. So that's a different, but I think when the question was asked, I think most people took it as being nice, being taken advantage of. So you could have
Gotcha.
said nice
Okay.
women, you could have said the same thing. So I think that was
Okay,
what
I
the
got you.
response
I didn't see
based
it
on
that way, but thank you for clarifying that for me.
But I would say this too, and I just had this conversation with somebody, a young lady that I know, and we were talking about this, and I said, well, first of all, your expectation has to change when you're talking about somebody nice, and then you wonder why it didn't work out, because what you didn't realize was they was not kind, and there's a difference. So, in my explanation of that was, if you meet a guy and he takes you to a nice restaurant, that's nice. But when you pull up, if he doesn't make sure that there's no puddle there, or he doesn't make sure that you got an umbrella, or he doesn't make sure that, you know, whatever the case may be, he's not showing kindness to you. So you have to understand the difference. So a lot of times, and a lot of conversations I have with women, when they're like, man, he was so nice in the beginning. Yeah, because nice is a moment. But he didn't show kindness to you. But you didn't recognize that because the restaurant was nice. So as far as men and why you got that response, everybody's got their different experiences, right? I can tell you, and I'm off camera, right? Good. As somebody in my own experiences throughout life, we can go through a list of, being that guy and not, being on the up and up and all that. It's kind of hilarious. I've actually had women tell me, we can't continue because you're too nice. I'm not used to this.
I've heard that.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, and I'm worried now because you are consistent. And I'm standing there looking at him going, isn't that what you want? So when you said, that's what we want, no, you don't. Matter of fact, somebody posted this, something about nice guys fit the exact thing, and I commented, I said, women don't want that. Women want that excitement, that gritty, that
Girls don't want that. Women
I
want
got a question for you.
women now
I got a
because
question for
I
you.
can't say girls anymore
You can't
because at my
generalize
age,
women like that.
I'm saying at my age, I can't say girls anymore because the women my age are doing the same thing.
Can I ask you a
Yes.
question, Big Dog?
So,
Do you know what your love languages are?
yes, I do.
What's your love language?
My number one love language is
Acts of service?
no.
communication.
Communication.
Touch,
Communication.
affirmations.
Affirmations? Words of affirmation?
We gonna.
What's
I want you to work on
What's
your
that to do?
love
Hold on.
language. You
It
gotta
doesn't-
look
like,
it
what
up.
do you like?
So the only reason why
You don't have to look it up.
the only reason why I asked that, brother, is because if
Quality
acts-
time. That's
if-
what I'm saying. I couldn't
quality
think of
time and that's it.
That's the number one.
What's your number two? Acts of service.
No, that's actually last
Okay.
because I don't need you to do anything for me.
No. The reason why I asked that is because do you like to do for others? Because that could be a pain that you causing yourself because you determine this is what pleases me by me pleasing
I get
me
that.
pleasing you pleases me.
Oh, I get that. And that's all I also say to people. You can't love people for how you love. You got to love them where they're at and how they love. So I totally, I totally get that.
So you do like acts of service. You do like doing for people that you.
for me doing that,
Yes.
not me receiving.
Right. That's what I was.
Not,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
receiving.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not me receiving. But last thing I'll say is, again, I'm pretty sure me and other guys can talk or give you a list of things. But when I literally had my ex, just to give an example, I'm gonna put myself on blast, stood there in front of me and said, you were a great stepdad, husband, friend, but it wasn't good enough. So again, that's why you got that reaction, because it's like, not everybody who said they're nice, don't get me wrong, because people say, oh, I'm a nice guy, and then like she said, yeah, I'm a nice guy, but I got my chick on the side over here. I'm nice because I'm nice to you,
Right.
but don't be mad because I got, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm
I
talking
think
about
they nice when they
genuinely,
spend money. It's
Right.
more to being nice.
right.
Yes,
I'm
they
talking about
do.
genuinely good people who mean well,
You better
who
take it
are
and say nice
literally
when they do it.
selfless, because that's what love is. Love is selfless. You know, those type of people, you know, in this world that we live in now, it's different.
Appreciate that, brother.
Let me say something. Tyrone, you are not allowed to get up here.
Cut the mic.
Uh-oh.
So listen, I always bring an unpopular opinion, okay? So I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you, right? So listen, the good guys always finish last. It's not a situation about, I mean, I respect both of what y'all saying, right? The good guys come in with good intentions, right? Most of the time, the woman that he's like, the woman that he likes has never really encountered a man like him. He liked that excitement. He liked that freshness, that whatever.
He
you
going
wanna
after
call
the
it.
bad girl, and that's why the good guys don't. Because the
No,
good
no, hold on,
guys
hold on.
don't be going after the good girls.
Not only that, because even the good girls, they got expectations. They good for a reason, right? Their mama done told them, watch out for these dudes. They don't want nothing but what's in your panties. They don't want this. They want that, blah, blah, blah. They don't know. Most of these good dudes, when they catering to you, look, I just read something just recently, right? This female, she went out with this guy. And he wanted a second date, right? What you say?
You said female, but okay.
So they went out on a date. So she said, he should have known it wasn't a second date when I started laughing at the poem that he wrote for me.
Oh, wow.
I like poems.
Hey, did you hear what I just said?
She wasn't a nice girl. That's what I'm saying.
He likes bad.
He was a
bad
nice
girl.
guy.
The poem might have been funny.
But he was, you said what?
The poem might have been funny.
No, it wasn't nothing funny about the poem.
What did you write, Tyrone? What was the poem?
Read.
Right.
Pull your phone out.
Roses are red.
Your poem probably was like, lay
Look,
down, open your legs.
Look,
Right.
here's
At the end of the day,
what I will say.
Let me finish up, bro.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna just say this: like, if we keep it real, the nice person always finishes last because the nice person usually comes with less excitement. Most people want excitement.
No.
I'm just saying.
And exciting.
Okay, maybe not you.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't got to put on the show for nobody. I'm by myself, right? So most people like excitement, right? You take the square girl, the good girl, that ain't never did nothing. She's excited about the dumbest shit that we ain't. I mean, we looking around like, you know. But at the end of the day, the nice person is gonna always finish last. At the end of the day, that's what I feel. If you don't
Thanks
feel
for
that,
keeping it real.
so what?
I feel the same way. Whether you're nice or not, it's about not how I view you. You're gonna win no matter what. If you're genuinely that person, you're gonna win.
Now, come on, y'all. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real because I talk to a lot of women and they don't want that dude. They don't want the nice dude. They be like, ugh, he's corny. They be like, he's corny, he's boring, he's this and that. They want to chase after the dude that barely want to return their text messages. They want to chase after the dude that don't really want it, but they putting it down real good, or they think gonna take them to the mall or something like that. But
to me,
the nice guys, they be like, oh, you corny. And I can't mess with him. I've tried to fix up people with nice guys, and they be like, ugh.
That makes me not nice. Think about it. Turn it on yourself when you make these type of comments, when you look at that perspective. Sometimes I don't like to return calls and texts at certain times. Or
you gonna return that call that you want to return though?
No,
that's a fact.
But if I don't want to, does that make you less of a nice person?
But why wouldn't you?
Is it okay?
Why wouldn't you?
Because I might not feel.
I might feeling somebody.
Excuse me, I can't let y'all speak for me now. That's just absolutely.
I was just asking a question.
If you're asking me this question, I'm telling you that God, it's not true. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes I get a moment where I know, but it doesn't make me less than a nice person.
Nobody said you.
I'm just saying when you say like that, because to me, and
she didn't say that. This is
to go what you said. It's like I think it's all a balance. I don't think it's just one category for a nice person to be just have this checked off, this checked off, this checked off. It could be some things that you might not prefer about this nice person. It might be some things that you absolutely prefer about this nice person. It's like I guess it's got to be your own mixture. But that's why I said anybody nice generally gonna win. Everybody has their opinion.
The consensus is the nice person finishes last, but they gonna win in the end. Next.
Hey, you think you just drop the mic on every question? You better go somewhere.
Okay, how do I ask a guy if we're getting serious after sex without seeming thirsty?
Say it again, Kenya.
Oh, that is the question.
How do you ask a guy, are you getting serious, or are we getting serious after sex without sounding thirsty?
Ask a guy.
Ain't no way.
After sex.
You can't.
There ain't
It's
no
too
way.
late.
Yeah,
It's too late.
It's too late.
Absolutely not.
It's too late. So one of the things that's a key, that is a reoccurring theme in this conversation is communication, right? But that communication comes from you understanding exactly what it is that you want from the beginning. So if you wanted a relationship in the beginning, that should have been kind of like the established early. Like, look, first date, hey, I'm not trying to be rude, blah, 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 blah. As the date is going on, hey, I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for a wife. I'm not dating just to be out here. I'm trying to settle down. I have this, I have that, whoop, 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 this, that, and the third. That gives the opposite person across that table the opportunity to say, I'm cool.
So
that's potentially happened before the date. That's a fact. That's a fact. Because if you're confident in yourself enough to say that, then you might not even have to waste your time to go on a date. You can Netflix and chill at home by yourself.
Okay, now let's be real now.
That's what I'm about to do.
If you got the girl, she right there, y'all already on a date, she at your house or whatever, and she says, so what are we?
Nothing.
What are we doing?
Nothing.
You know, I'm into you. This is what they gonna say. I really like you. We out here. That's why we out here tonight.
That's the nice guy.
Yeah.
That's the nice guy.
No.
So check this out.
That's the nice
The
guy.
guys who's trying
The nice
to get
guy.
in the draws,
Hey,
they
that's
don't
what I'm
tell
saying,
you what
but-
you want
So,
to hear.
look. One thing for sure.
Let me finish start. So once none of those things are established and the sex has already occurred, and you ask the nice guy, what are we doing? He's gonna tell you everything that he wants from that relationship, what he wants to transpire, because he already determined this is what he wanted in the beginning.
Excuse me.
But the bad guy is gonna be like, I already fucked. What are you talking about? We're done. You spending the night?
It's a real-
Nah,
Y'all hear
you're not
this,
spending
right?
the night.
This
Y'all
a
hear this,
real.
ladies?
I'm about to go
That's
get
real
you.
stuff.
No, you're gonna get hit with what you about to do?
Dang.
But
What you
listen,
about to do? I'm about to-
95% of dudes lie. In the beginning.
Nah, pass. Nah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Nah, bro. That number's way too high. That number's too high, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna say 95 because now most of these dudes ain't walking up talking about I got 37 kids, I got 6 baby mamas,
Listen.
we lying off top. Most dudes, right? So when a woman talking about for me, if we just get done having sex, and a woman asking where we going from here, first of all, that's a question I'm going to evade as much as possible. I don't want to answer that question right now, okay?
Right.
First of all, before
Welcome
we
to the
even-
bad guy group.
before we even got there,
Go ahead. I want to hear what she's saying.
before we even got there, 9 times out of 10, whatever this woman said she wanted before we had sex, most guys are in agreement. Like, yeah, you want it both. I want
This
it
some
both
real
too.
stuff.
You want 6 kids? Me too.
here's the
No,
thing.
hey, but guess
You
what?
already got him.
Guess what though? I can't say 100%. Some of y'all know me. I am in that 5% of dudes that you gonna get it how it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Before we have sex.
Here's the thing,
I
y'all.
agree with you.
That's that great. Here, women, and I ain't even worried about what they saying. Let's keep it 100. We know when we gonna sleep with you the minute we meet you. Y'all ain't in control of nothing.
Yep.
First of all,
Say that
second
loud.
of all,
Girl, I ain't
second
know
of
nothing.
all,
Look, girl, I ain't know nothing.
right? If the girl asking you that question, you should be nervous. Cause first of all, let me school y'all who don't know. Cause I say 35. Okay, I'll go 40. Cause the younger generation they take a little longer to get up here. But I say, I want to say 35, about 40 and up. If you had to ask that question, you have a problem.
Agreed.
First of all, I'm not asking no question. You shouldn't have to ask that question. If you sleeping with somebody, you know what it is when you're sleeping with them. If you have to ask that question, you answered your question. No, because if you should already know. You get it's a vibe. It's the way he treats you. It's the way you return phone calls or you return them, whatever. Y'all vibe. You know where you at. So we gonna keep it real on this question. That question real easy. It is no reason to ask a man or a woman, because let me tell y'all something. Don't get it twisted. The men be the ones, for real. And
Ooh-wee.
keep it
Keeping
100.
a buck right now.
So it be the men and women. It's equal. I'll say that. It's not just the women
Very
asking the
much
question. The men asking the question too. So this is the thing. If you gotta ask that question, it's a problem. Y'all not on the same page because you shouldn't have to. You should be able to feel how he is treating you, and how you're treating him lets him know where he at in that relationship. That's for the good guys. For the good guys, I'm gonna tell y'all that, okay? From a woman's perspective, you know by the way she feeling you, by the way y'all vibe going, where you at. And for the women, you know that too by the way he treating you. We don't even need to go no more with that question. That's
I think
Next question.
Let me just
Next
Let me
question.
just finish.
What
Let me
you got?
finish one thing. Let me just finish one
What
thing.
you got?
So I will say that women have the propensity of operating in emotion, and men have the propensity in operating in logic. If I see it, and it's consistent, I believe it to be true. You said 4 times. I feel. Just because he's taking you out on a regular basis don't mean that he fuck with you like that for real.
Dang.
I agree with that now.
That's
Keep it all the way
That's
100.
vice
We
versa
operate
with
in
facts.
logic.
Right.
That's
We operate in logic.
representative.
It's the in between. It's not just taking you out.
You know the
It's
thing
a
about it
whole
too.
No, I was just using.
So how are they supposed to know? How are they supposed to know when they're wasting their time?
Straight. So
Here's
how would they
Hey, no, I
know?
don't need no bees. Remember last week when I said men compartmentalize things?
Okay.
I'm gonna ride with him on this one, okay?
All right.
I ain't like the shit he was saying before. I'm gonna ride with him right now.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
We got it right now.
Men compartmentalize things, right? So when we dealing with you, we're dealing with you. The way you make us feel Every time we together, it adds up. We don't look at the whole picture. You bought us a gift, that's in a whole different compartment. You cooked for us, that's in a whole different compartment. We spent time together, that's in a whole different compartment.
I need y'all to get all in the same compartment.
Nah, we can't do that.
You know what?
We can't do that because that would change.
Taking your compartments.
That would take the simplicity of how men are away from y'all. Then we'll be just as complex as y'all. You don't want another complex person. You want someone that you can easily identify. You know what? My man don't feel like being bothered today, so I'm not gonna bother him. You don't want a man that you got to figure out what emotion he dealing with today, because you got your own emotions that you trying to deal with. You don't want that.
But see, y'all are confusing because while y'all compartmentalizing being all in love while you trying to get some, then we thinking that, you know, it extends to this, that, and the third.
So listen, we men and women are confusing, right? We confuse each other all day long, right? The thing is, and I say this every week, I like the way it sounds now. Communication. You gotta talk. So a lot of people think like just because I'm talking, I'm communicating. But some people can't listen. You said what?
You said you be lying though. So.
No. I didn't say I be lying. I don't. Hey,
You
listen.
did say you be lying.
Let's go back.
He said he was part 5%.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay, so you said most of the men lie. Most of the men lie. So what we supposed to believe?
Kenya? Hold on.
He said he was part of
I'm
the
gonna just
5%
talk to
that
y'all
don't
for a
lie.
minute, okay?
Oh, well, damn.
I said 5% of men lie. I mean, men don't lie.
You said 95%.
No. See, you ain't listening now.
See all these
I said
percentages.
95% of men
5% of men do not lie.
Correct.
And I said I was in that 5%.
Right. I heard you.
Okay.
And I said everybody in here that know me, not damn person never caught me in a lie. I don't lie about shit because ain't nothing.
We about to move on to the next.
No, I wasn't done yet. So what else?
Listen, let me just say this. I think it's a lot. We made it sound like it's so many games played.
So many.
And it is. But let me just tell y'all, as the love doctor, I believe in love, and it is really love. So I don't want people to get discouraged. Yes, men do things, other people. It's still love out there. Find your love.
I agree. I agree 100%.
It's somebody that's gonna make you.
Let it happen organically.
Yes.
Please. That's one of the biggest lessons I learned
And
later in life.
if you've had trouble finding your love, you can always
Have
go
self-love.
to Pink
We'll get you some of them toys.
Adult toys.
Some of them toys. Self-love.
Ain't nothing like loving yourself. All right?
with
You
some
gotta
of them
love
toys
yourself
back
first.
there.
Yes. Pink
Absolutely.
Kisses a
Toy got the
fun
best toys, y'all.
toy.
That was
All right.
great. Thank
Next
you.
question,
Thank you,
please.
Tyrone. Thank you, Cliff. That was great from a
Absolutely.
male's perspective. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
All right. Other than sexual, what turns you on about the opposite sex? Conversation, communication.
I want to hear from you. I feel like you was about to say something. Yep. What you about to say?
What-
Come on up. I feel your energy.
Well, you better go on and not turn
Well, we gonna
away.
You ain't no rookie around here. What's that?
You ain't never shy, too.
I agree with communication. Other than sex,
What's the turn on? Like when she,
just
I
when
don't
she
know.
come downstairs. When she come downstairs and I'm playing a game or watching TV and she got her leggings on and just sit next to me, hey, I'm good to go. You know what I mean? But I think it's just the quality time, honestly. Just the quality time.
I like that quality.
I love it.
I like.
Girl, you better put
I
on
like.
them
I like
leggings.
consideration.
What
I like consideration.
Oh, consideration.
I like consideration.
Like what?
Because I'm gonna think about. I'm gonna send you a message and ask you, did you eat? But I'm also gonna Uber eat you some food because I was thinking about, did you eat?
That is
So
considerate.
I like consideration. So
Right,
if I'm
love
doing
language.
that for you, I would think, that that's being reciprocated. I
So-
like consideration.
So do
What's
you
the
make
tone?
that clear, like in your relationships, like, the thing, I'm gonna show you what I like and then I want some of that back? I don't know how you
So-
communicate that.
I mean, you had that conversation. You talk to the person, just like I asked my man who just left, what's his love language? You know what I'm saying? Well, how does he feel love? How does he feel seen? How does he feel humanized? I gotta treat you and love you the exact way that you need to be loved versus how I feel that I can love you. That makes that make sense? That I put that? Okay.
So yes.
All right, what's going
I
on?
met my husband when I was 19 years old. And the thing that was the sexiest thing about him was his intellect. He could hold a conversation with me, you know?
Yes.
And I know our mothers always told us you should never marry a man's potential. But I married that man's potential because he showed me the things that I wanted, he wanted them for me. And he was going to do what he had to do to get them. So I told my daughter a couple of things, which kind of harkens back to the previous conversation. I told my daughter when she was about 13 or 14, a man is going to tell you what he think you need to hear so that he can get from you what he wants from you. So you need to know what you want for yourself. So that he can never ever game you, not ever.
Listen.
So look for somebody that's doing something. And I'm not saying trying to get on or trying to take advantage or get a come up. Observe that person. Are they smart? Are they making smart decisions? Are they doing things that's going to give them a future?
Yes.
Do they want that for you?
Yes.
So that's it. That's it. It's an intellect.
Yes.
You always dropping the jewels. I love
She
it.
always drops some
She been green for the money this time, y'all.
What you got to say, Stace?
Let the church
I
say
think
amen.
it's a lot
Let
of
the
things.
church say amen.
Amen. Amen.
It's a couple of things that really, really attract me about a man. I love a well-dressed man. I'm crazy for it. I love it. You could be not the most attractive visually, but
Just put some good clothes on that thing.
and a good
All
outfit.
right.
And not saying you gotta come out in a three-piece suit every day. That ain't my thing. You can put on a gray jogging suit and gray jogging suit pants.
See, we see where you at with
I'm
that.
just
Yeah,
saying,
the
that's
jogging
a big
pants.
issue.
I see where you
And
at,
I
girl.
also like transparency. I might not like it, but I am a big person on transparency, and you got to respect that back to me. So that if you have that, we have that same agreement, then that's very attractive to me.
I would say something other than sex that attracts me to a man is their support.
Yes.
Supporting me and my dreams and my goals. It will definitely make me very, very moist. Seriously, because that means you believe in me, and if you believe in me, we going real far, because I'm gonna reciprocate that back to you. That's a big turn on to me, is you supporting me and see, because if you support somebody, you see them for who they are. And so you want somebody that can see you, believe in you, and people get it twisted. You guys don't have to look, so say you a poet, you don't have to go to every poetry thing to support them, but just say, baby, that was good, whatever.
Not bed when you go.
But support, and also two other things that I like. I mean, yeah, swag is good, smell good, but the number one thing is support. That means so much, it goes so far, and men don't really realize that. Like, that's a big deal, especially for a woman that is a very
ambitious,
goal-driven, ambitious type of woman. Just for those women, they definitely need your support.
I need my Jay-Z.
Absolutely.
What you say, Kenya?
I always say that.
For me, I think that the biggest thing, we've been together 25 years. I think the biggest thing.
Hold on. You can't just brush by that, bro. You can't just brush by it 25 years, bro. Shout out to 25 years.
5 years, baby.
Love for 25 years.
But our friendship has been the most enduring. Outside of sex, you know, the type of father he is, the way that he loves our kids, and, you know, just everything. We can talk for hours. We just used to talk so much. It was just sickening. I don't know. But it was us, you know what I'm saying? And we always kicked it together. We always had a genuine friendship. So it was always me and him. So
shout out to Black Love in the house.
That's dope.
Yes,
Tyrone, what's up, man?
I was sitting down too long. I was missing y'all around. Listen, so I'm gonna ride with you on that supporting me, right? I'm an alpha male for the most part. but I'm very patient. I like to think that I'm a good listener, even if I think the shit you talking about don't make no sense, right?
Oh, no.
Right. But listen, I like to take care of everything, right? But it's something, like I'm not the type of dude to ask for help unless I absolutely need help. But it's something about when a woman just come through and say, you know what, babe, I took care of that for you. It's not many, I'm not gonna say, you know, like all women do it in a small aspect, but like to do something that really is weighing on me means a lot. Like I got a decent job. I work for one of these cities around here. I won't tell you which one. And I'm self-employed. I own a pretty decent business, and I got a lot of stress on my plate. And just to be able to take some of that stress away from me, where I just don't have to think for like 10 seconds, means so much to me. You know, it means more. And it might not even just be the monetary part, because if you could just learn how to do my paperwork and help me with my paperwork, just that time that I just don't have to invest in doing paperwork, that means a lot to me. So, yeah, I'm right with you on that. Just support me.
That's good stuff.
High five on that.
We had finally agreed.
I mean, I think we are all here to, well, hopefully build each other up. If you're sharing your home with someone, if you're sharing your life with someone, hopefully it's not a battle every day. Hopefully you are putting into each other's lives and trying to make it a better one.
I like that.
All right, y'all. So we got one more question, and we're going to end it off here. All right, y'all. Is kissing necessary?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I'm not going to give no explanation.
Even in my long-term relationships, y'all
Yes,
still...
yes, yes.
Y'all
If you
get
like
those...
to kiss somebody, you like them.
There ain't no, I
like
don't think
it
that's
for real?
even a debate. We might as well go to the next question.
Wait, so everybody kissers up in here?
Right?
It's necessary if you in love.
You said it's not necessary?
Oh, wait, we got somebody. Hold on.
Wait, we got one hell no.
No.
Kissing
We're not saying that we kiss any and everybody. The question is
relation.
kissing necessary? So I'm gonna add a caveat. Is kissing necessary in a relationship? Okay, cool. So there's a general consensus.
Relationship.
Yes. My
Yes.
husband left the house one day because we kiss each other every single day. If we leave in each other's space, we kiss each other. When we come back to each other, we see each other, kiss each other. And he was leaving one morning. He had to rush out one day, and I had to run and catch. No, you ain't leaving.
Right. You
But
better
I'm
go back
kissing
in.
you. So yeah, it's definitely important because it's another I love you. I mean, we say that every day, but you have to show it as well.
Now that's a little sugar. Now you talk about a little sugar. I'm talking about, you know, that first time make out, you know, roll around, you know.
Kissing.
Oh, you talking about kissing?
You
You talking about kissing?
Kissing. Do y'all be kissing?
Girl back.
I need help on this one, y'all, because I'm not married, and I'm gonna tell you something. COVID fucked me up.
I heard
I
that.
wanted to do my own testing. You know, I'm sorry. I am a germaphobe, and I'm telling you, I need y'all to help me with that.
Listen.
Well, when you find the right one, I promise you gonna kiss them. When you find that one to make you be like, I'm so happy to see you.
But what you just said is important, right?
Yes,
And
it
it's
is.
real. So as you're having this conversation, you say to him, look, are you vaccinated? Have you ever had COVID? You know, those are things that you're doing to protect yourself because you have your internal intention. You know what I'm saying? So
I
then
wouldn't
it's his
suggest
job
those questions, but-
to have those. It's his job to answer those questions so that you can feel comfortable and then y'all can progress forward.
So
Those questions I wouldn't ask specifically, but I mean,
Is that what?
Well, she might have to, because that's she a germaphobe.
even being a germ, I'm speaking on my perspective from it. Even being, I know plenty of germ folks, and I was just getting ready to touch on a nurse who went through the issue of dealing with COVID patients, and she got very paranoid. I know a woman, older woman, I want to call her old. She hasn't been out of her house yet, you guys. So I mean,
mental.
it's very mental. Not asking the other person questions is going to be my suggestion. Seek some help that you may need for yourself to overcome that issue.
I see a lot of beautiful men in the world who trust and believe that I
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all are. Yeah.
A lot of people have problems.
I
Yeah.
don't want to have this
After
conversation, so
COVID.
I'll get too deep with it. So I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna say it.
But I
That's what they wanted
I've
us to
seen
do,
it. That's-
because they
Listen.
wanted us to not to touch each other and feel each other. But that's a whole,
that's a whole
different
nother conversation.
That's
for
a whole thing, girl.
such
That's
as
a
That's a
whole
whole
And we
nother
can not
conversation.
give into that, and you'll be okay. But
Yeah.
you do have to get.
That's a whole
And
other.
that's-
yeah,
you
I
feel
respect-
me?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Okay, so you were in a long-term relationship. Was it the, hey babe,
So I will
was
say,
it that?
I was like the young lady that said it. In my marriage, I literally for 27 years. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Oh, there it goes. We definitely kissed every day.
That was a really
Like the
nice
good.
Like
That
we definitely had intercourse almost every day.
Oh.
And so it just came
Oh,
along
well,
with it.
shit.
Well, okay, Miss Reese.
And we still divorced, so I'm just saying.
It's 365 days.
But no, I agree that I was in a long-term relationship too, and we almost made it an unspoken rule that even when I was pissed at him, because it was the thought of when you disconnect from this human that you're used to being with every day, you might not get back to that experience one more time. So our thing was just, even if it was a peck, I'd be like,
So the passionate kissing, if you're asking me that I
Passionate, I'm all for
passionately kiss every day, no, let me 27 years we passed. But I was like her, like she said, if you didn't kiss me goodbye or kiss me when you saw me, it was weird. Cause that was just a natural thing to do. Hey babe, how you doing? Are you getting ready to leave? You just kind of like, it's like greeting.
So I got a question, because I mean, I've never been married, right? And y'all, this is, no, I've never been married. So an extended period of marriages and components, do you think things like kissing on a regular basis becomes more habitual and it loses its feeling, losing its motion? Or do you think that kissing continuously from day one to year 27 to year 25 means the same thing?
It's the same.
It was a little bit of both for me. It was more of even being upset, I relied on that kiss. Because I don't like to stay in angry places. I don't like to be upset, especially with my significant other. But sometimes that was a way for us to make up. Because that one kiss might turn into like all right, give me another kiss. And then go to the other kiss. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit other, but I did make it a routine to, even when I didn't want to kiss him. If that makes sense. So it was a little bit both for me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's nothing wrong with traditions. Yes, I mean, it's more like the
It
good.
is. That's why I said every kiss is not gonna be like, but you want to kiss your significant
other. My whole thing is I don't want no other woman kiss. No other woman's supposed to kiss him.
If I want to kiss you, it's over.
Yeah.
Right.
Passionate kiss is a must. That passion.
Tyrone, you kissing every day.
No, hell no. So listen, I don't think kissing is absolutely necessary, but a kiss can lead to some fucking in the garage after a nice night out. I mean,
in the garage. Did you say
if you make it into the garage.
What did you say?
Hey, you might hit the button and just put the bitch in park. I don't know. Hey, listen. Hey, that one kiss can turn into a lot of things. So you don't know, but what I will say for me, kissing ain't necessary, but it can be fun.
So
it ain't necessary, but it can be beneficial.
A long-term relationship with you guys don't kiss.
You said what?
They don't like
you. Would be perfectly okay
If
with
they
having
kiss
a
you,
long-term
they don't like
relationship and then kiss.
I mean, you talking about like lip kiss, forehead kiss, cheek kiss? What type of kissing you talking about?
We talking about slob and kissing.
No, see that? I don't need to do that.
Oh God, move on, Tyrone.
Like next.
Hey, you know what? Let me say this.
I didn't mean that.
So listen, real talk. If I put my lips on you like that, like I'm really into you, right? I'm just not about to be going around here putting my mouth on everybody. I don't care if I don't even give everybody a forehead kiss.
But you'll put your penis somewhere.
We're talking about a relationship.
In a relationship.
Yeah, in a relationship.
You
Not
kiss
just
them, but you
not just
go up
kissing
in
the chick
there.
that-
In a relationship, it still ain't necessary. If we getting it in and we kissing, I'm doing this for you. It don't really do nothing. It ain't really
Just
for
make
me.
sure you touch the other lips and you still winning.
Hey,
You're a
listen.
nice guy.
Check this out. There's some things that you might, that your dude might require, right? That just don't do nothing for you. You know?
Right.
At the end of the day, kissing is just one of them things for me. It just don't do nothing for me.
do it.
But if it's my lady and she want me to kiss her, I'm about to slap her down. She gonna think I do it for a living.
But you did say you.
can
Can I
accept
just
that.
point out that
100%.
Tyrone said, somebody said this to me. He said, I ain't gonna kiss you, but I'm gonna go up in you. I mean, I ain't gonna kiss you. I don't want to kiss, but like, come on.
Hey, they made a
Tyrone
mouth
never
condom.
said he was a nice guy. Never. He had never said he was a nice guy.
But I ain't never said I was a nice guy, but I am. But I'm honest before anything. I'm honest to me, therefore it allowed me to be honest to all of y'all.
That's a fact.
That's good.
That's
Keep
a fact.
being honest. Keep being honest. So they know. Not
Joey,
to
you
kiss
kissing?
If you ain't coughing, then we kissing. That's what I'm saying. If
You said what?
If you-
you ain't coughing, then
Then
we
we
kissing.
kissing.
But if you cough,
Then you gotta.
okay, you got about 8-9 minutes to cough again. I'm like, oh, okay. But if you cough and 30 to 3 seconds later you cough again, there's no kissing going on.
Wait, okay, wait. How deep does the cough have to be before she's like rejected?
Does it gotta be like a in the throat cough?
Like, is it just, like if she just
If I know that you don't smoke weed,
and you got a weed cough,
but you got the heme cough,
You got a king cough.
ain't no kissing going on.
you got
right
that wheezing cough.
If you hear that, but you don't smoke weed,
That's a good point, Joey.
ain't no kissing going on. That's all I'm saying.
I respect
That go for your girlfriend, your boyfriend, aunties, mama. If my child go, hey, and I know my baby don't smoke weed, don't you bring your ass over here. It's gonna be some isolation going on up in this house. Is all I'm saying.
Do you
But
like,
other than that,
Joey,
there's gonna
since
be
you're
some
up
kissing
here,
going on.
do you like to kiss in your intimate relationships?
Yes, that's why I said if there ain't no cough.
If you like them, you gonna
kissing
kiss them.
That's a
going on.
yes. That's a yes.
Because
No
I like
debate.
kissing. That's
No debate.
those soft lips be. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Hey.
No debate. No debate.
That's my guy, comedian
That's
Joey
after dark
Zaza.
now.
Shout out to Joey Zaza.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Hey,
Shout out to
y'all, check him out on
Yes.
YouTube. He has a comedy special. It is ridiculously funny. I promise
sure.
you. Look him up. You can see
Give
his
us your
shirt.
socials, Joey.
Be truly support.
Joey
one of our-
Zaza, the unknown celebrity. That's Joey Zaza, ZSAZSA. If you go on YouTube, what the feezy. Matter of fact, I got some cards on me, right?
Hey,
so if you pull out your QR code, it'll take you straight to the video. We putting it down Cleveland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You heard?
If it ain't no, it's gonna be some kissing.
He got the whole QR code. I need to step my game up.
And-
Joey did a whole cameo. Good job, Joey.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. We've had a great time. And
Excellent time. Woo! Give it out to
yes. Shout
It's
out
Mardi
to
Gras, y'all.
It's Mardi Gras. I have some punchkis. Have you ever had punchkis? It's like the donuts that they eat
Yes.
for Mardi
Oh
Gras.
my gosh, they're so good.
So good.
So let me just tell y'all.
Those some big
I got
balls,
these.
girl.
These some big balls, right?
Big balls.
These are some big.
What you had to do to get them,
Yeah.
Reese?
So I got these from Mardi Gras last year. This time I got these. These are real. If y'all want to,
She flashed them
If
in.
y'all want to touch these,
She answered no question.
She
What I-
flashed
what
she
I-
flashed
what
the
What you
mirror.
had to show? What you had to show to get
She
them
flashed
bees?
the mirror.
So I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't. You know I'm a whole vibe, right? I really didn't have to flash because they was already out. So I didn't
less.
I didn't have to pull them up. They was
Well,
already
say-
out.
say
But
less.
Like, damn,
I-
where them come from?
You was outside. You was outside.
I was in New Orleans. If y'all want,
I
I'm gonna keep
respect
it
it.
100.
100%.
Hey, they used to see him little.
They was all the way up here.
Oh, damn, she won.
Right. Right.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, everybody should experience Mardi Gras in New Orleans,
We
y'all.
doing that
It's
shit.
part of our culture. It is super awesome. It
We're
is the
going.
most amazing energy that you will ever feel. And I'm not making it up. You gotta go. It is great, and it's just such a diverse. such a diverse group of people, but it's fun. And I really didn't do what y'all think I had to do. But my friend did though. She did a cartwheel into the splits, and then I just kind of did like this. While she was upside down, I just did like this.
Shoot.
And they gave me.
Stacy, you out here cartwheeling?
I didn't do the cartwheel.
I know, Stacy. We know it was you,
was it
girl.
Stacy? Oh, I thought you.
Bad knees.
That
bad
got her
knees.
these
Shout
big
out to
balls.
Kanisha.
Yeah.
Bad knees. You ain't looking at me.
All right, y'all, we gonna get up out of here. Thank you so much to everybody who came out here to have this great conversation with us. Thanks to everybody who is watching on Facebook. What's
I'm
up?
so sorry. I mean to interrupt you because I know you wrap up so well. But I gotta say this because I'm never ungrateful. One, I love being in this space, but I'm never ungrateful for who accepts our invites. We haven't had an invite that declined us once, and I hate that he's trying to underscore under whether who he is. So I don't know if you want to give me his. I'm gonna give you your flowers because I believe in people having their flowers.
I appreciate that.
This gentleman is he's a retired professional football player. One, look at how tall he is. Sit up. Sit up.
Y'all so silly.
He a tower.
What position you play?
I played offensive tackle.
Okay.
Give it up. He played for our Browns, so y'all give it up.
Who want to be on defense?
He's a very accomplished real estate agent with Keller's. You were with Keller.
Keller Williams, yep.
Keller Williams. This man is also, honey, I might 911 prank call. What area are you in now?
I'm in a couple of different locations.
So I need to find out what location. I might 911 prank like I can't breathe. Sinclair.
I'm a fireman and EMT as well. I'm in paramedic school.
Oh my God.
That's all I got.
I appreciate it. That was a wrap it up. That was a wrap it up.
Somebody said they don't want to hear. They don't like what Cliff do, but we like it.
I want to give his flowers. So.
Thanks, y'all. Until next time. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Hey, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam.